We're going to talk about something that's a little bit more serious.
A little national news.
A national news. It's something that's close to my heart because I have a lot of friends in the military.
Yes.
And also, just as a Christian, I feel like this is kind of general
Sad,
debauchery of the government. I'm going to just say it that way. Drew, what are we talking about?
Well, the story just broke in the last couple days, and apparently there's this thing called the widow's tax in the military where wives of fallen U.S. soldiers, if they have insurance policies that their husbands take out when they're alive, apparently they cannot fully collect on these insurance policies until they're remarried. So they have to remarry another man in order to collect the insurance policies bought them by their dead husbands.
Or woman if it was a wife in the military.
Right.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways, but it's primarily widows that are
True.
primarily widows in the military.
True.
And the other kicker is to qualify, the widows have to remarry when they're 57 or older. And
really?
So, really, yeah.
I didn't know that. So young widows are just completely out of it.
Yeah, and so that's, a lot of people are saying that this is downright disrespectful of the memories of the soldiers, of the way the government should work, of benefiting these widows. A lot of these widows are taking it to Capitol Hill because they don't think, and a lot of, I agree, I don't think that this is a correct way to honor the wives of our fallen soldiers.
Yeah, I'm reading right here in the article, and you know what, we'll post this article on our group as well, because right here in the article it says that what we hear is that there is just no funding for us. Sorry, this is not your year. Said one of the chairwoman of the Government Relations Committee at Gold Star Wives of America.
Right.
Her husband died of a heart attack in 2005, days after he returned from his second tour in Iraq. What happens behind closed doors, we get thrown under the bus.
Right.
Is what she was just quoted saying. It's a law that won't, we just said, you know, won't allow surviving spouses to receive the retirement pay due them. Something that they paid an average of 6.5% of their retirement pay in premiums, which is usually more than $100 a month. Which, I mean, really, that's a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
$100 a month, and they can't get it unless they're over 57. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Apparently, they're saying that one of the new stipulations is that you can't fully collect until after you're 57.
Okay.
So,
so is there? Do they get any benefits?
I'm still reading the article. It doesn't look like it, but it looks like this affects over 55,000 affected widows.
Yeah.
And a lot of these widows are just incredulous at why this would happen. They're surprised why this even exists, because they're saying, okay, my husband just died. It's the love of my life. I don't even want to date, let alone remarry, so I can't collect. I can't provide for my family now that he's gone unless I remarry. And so that I just feel really strongly about this.
And this is basically their retirement plan.
Right,
it's
their retirement plan, essentially. And I feel strongly about this. I have friends in the military, friends with husbands in the military.
Yeah.
And if one of their husbands were to die in service and they were just left alone, I don't
and
know
it's
how
not
I feel
even
about
just
that.
in service. Like the article
not even in service. If
he
they
died
just
of a
die
heart
natural
attack
causes,
coming home.
Right.
So it's not even just a military. But I think it's worse if it happens in service. Don't get me wrong.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And I read one article about it today, because I was researching, all this stuff, and please research this stuff. Just like Paul said in the Bible, like don't take our word for it. Go and make sure that it's true. And I know this isn't a scripture thing, but I think that holds true for everything. So go look it up. But there was one article that was written by obviously someone who agrees with this.
Right.
It was a jerk, and he said, yeah, but they get combat pay, when they're in service, which is twice as much as some blue collar workers make that don't go into the military.
Right.
Which, okay, fine, that's a valid point, but those people still get retirement plans.
Right.
And those retirement plans, are what people bank on. And when those men die, especially when they die in service, those widows and those families are just left with nothing. It's not like they take that, whatever double pay.
Right.
And especially if I hate to say it, but when you're in the military, depending on what your job is, you might not make it long enough
Right.
to even if you take into account that being double the pay of the average blue
Right.
collar person. I put air quotes on that in case you couldn't see that because I'm on the radio. You know, that doesn't matter if you only
Right.
work for 5 years.
Hmm.
You know, because most people work a good 40 years before they retire.
Right.
You know.
I just think this is something that I want to keep following. This is a story, like I said, that I feel pretty strongly about. I want to keep reading about it.
Yeah.
As details, I'm going to look into it over the next couple days because this is something I want to follow. I'm definitely going to be in prayer about these soldiers and their wives and their children, their families, just that they get what's due to them.
For sure.
Not in a, you need to give them what they deserve right now, but just so that everyone